Good evening, everyone. I'm Yashasvi Sharma, intern at ubAdvocate. Today, I'm going to tell you about the power of Supreme Court or the jurisdiction of Supreme Court. So, we can divide the jurisdiction of Supreme Court into five parts. That is the original jurisdiction, appellate jurisdiction, advisory jurisdiction, power of review, and inherent powers of Supreme Court. So, in the original jurisdiction, we can further divide it into four parts. That is the writ petition. Writ petition comes under Article 32 of the Constitution of India. There are five writs listed in the Constitution of India, that is the habeas corpus, when the court decides that the detained person has to come in front of the court within 24 hours. The mandamus, that is the issuing authority, or it is against the public authority also. So, and certiorari and prohibition, when the lower court exceeds its jurisdiction. So, then the Supreme Court can decide upon that case also. And that is the quo warranto, that is the deciding, matlab by what authority you decide that case. And in the original suits, original suits parts comes under Article 131 of the Constitution of India. When a dispute arise in the when the dispute arise between government versus one or more states, government and state versus one or more states, and state versus state. In the election dispute, that comes under 71. When a dispute arise in between the election of president and vice president, the Supreme Court has the power to decide upon that case. And the fourth one, that is the contempt of proceeding, which says that Supreme Court has the power, that when Supreme Court has the power to punish that person who tries to contempt the proceedings of the Supreme Court. Then comes the appellate jurisdiction. We can divide appellate jurisdiction in three parts, that is general, statutory, and special leave petition. In general, we can further divide it into four parts, that is under Article 132, Supreme Court can decide the case when there is an interpretation of Constitution. Under Article 133, when a civil dispute arises, Supreme Court can decide that case also. And under Article 134, when a criminal dispute arises, Supreme Court can decide that case. And in Article 134A, there is a certificate of appeal to the Supreme Court. In statutory provision, we can take an example of Arbitration and Conciliation Act. In the special leave petition, that is Article 136, which grant special leave to the Supreme Court to pronounce judgment from any judgment or from any lower courts. Okay, so the next jurisdiction is the advisory jurisdiction, that is under Article 143. The Supreme Court has the power to decide the case when the president needs. In layman terms, that is when the president seeks help of the Supreme Court, when there is a question of fact or law, then the Supreme Court can decide upon that case. Power of review, that comes under Article 137 of the Constitution of India, that is the Supreme Court can pronounce any judgment on any precedent of other courts. And the last but not the least, the inherent powers of the Supreme Court, that is the Supreme Court can pass an order to give complete justice to the victim or the petitioner. So, or that decree or that order will be held in whole the territory of India. That it is for today, and I hope you liked it. Thank you.